So who's winning the World Cup, and how's the U.S. going to do?
Who you asking?
I'm asking both. I'm
Keith, you can go first.
You can go ahead.
I mean, Keith's negative on the U.S. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so.
Yeah.
I answer the second part of that question first. They're getting knocked out first round.
Okay.
3.
You said 3-0. Like, did I win anything?
Not one game. Now with Berhalter as a coach.
Oh man, I know who's that guy.
McKinney, that's guys.
But Keith, is that fair? Is that fair to the coach though?
Yeah, this is extremely fair to the coach because that's what he deserves. If you have him struggling through qualifying with teams that you should be beating with these players, yeah, you're going when he goes to the big show, big time, everybody's stepping their game.
Okay,
up.
but Keith, this is being fair.
It's Tyler Poole.
Yes, it's the like. Okay, do you think honestly? Do you think he can say, you know what? I'm not gonna take McKinney. I'm not gonna take Pulisic. I'm not gonna like. You think he can honestly say that? And then go pick, I don't know, some guys that are playing in Latin America, some guys that are playing in the USL.
I don't think he has to pick a whole new team. I think for him, I think he just needs to be gone because his system is bad, right? He needs to go because his system is bad. With these players, they should be more competitive, and I wouldn't say 3 and out, right? That's the thing. Berhalter just needs to go. Well, before what I was mentioning was just the overall, like, yeah, there should be more players than McKinney in that spot, fighting for that spot, just because of the size of the country and what the resources we have. We should be ideally making better players in that position. But he has to take these 23, besides a few like Areola. He don't have to go. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys that don't have to go. McKinney's the one that should be on a plane. Paul Areola, I don't know who else is going to go that shouldn't be able to go. Aaron Long, Walker Zimmerman, these guys shouldn't touch anything World Cup-y. And he's going to pick them. They're going to start, and they're going to be the reason that USA comes home mad early. So on to the second part about who's winning the World Cup, because that's important. Who loses in the first round, unimportant. Who wins is important in the World Cup, not player development. This is winning big shit, baby.
It's two different things. It's two different things.
Yeah.
And this is an important point. I think we get it's easy to get confused, right? Yeah. And from a parent standpoint, that is such an important point. It's easy to misconstrue what happens in the professional and the national with youth development. It's so easy, and this, I mean, that's a whole nother. We'll do that another day or whatever it is. But anyway, go on.
I can only this is it for me before I have to retire for the evening. I got Brazil winning this World Cup.
Yeah,
and I got Brazil winning this World Cup based on how they've been playing, the personnel they got in terms of somebody gets injured, whoop, and the fact that for like the magic is Neymar really wants to win this World Cup. Yeah. I mean, I know Messi wanted to win what was the one that Messi won, like 2014?
Brazil, yeah. 2014.
He really wanted to win that jump, but Neymar is going to win this jump because his coaches got his back in terms of wanting to win this jump. You know what I mean? Messi's coach back then didn't have his back like that. He really set Messi up, and Messi just did it.
Was it Maradona?
No.
That was Maradona. Or was it one before? Okay.
It was for 2014.
South Africa. Yeah.
He set Argentina up to just be like, yo, it's Messi or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, it was. But Brazil set up so like even if Neymar don't have a great game, Rafinha, Pauleta, Vinny Jr. I mean, he got the weapons out there. And this also, man, I don't mean to bully U.S. men's national team, but he's bringing all the weapons. I mean, he might leave Jesus home, but he's bringing Cunha or somebody that's getting buckets summer league. You know what I'm saying? He's bringing somebody.
Yeah. There's a.
Even though
look at the keepers too, yo. I look at the keepers. I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
Alisson doesn't play every game. Ederson comes in, establishes a whole new. It's getting Brazil's crazy right now, and I think they find a good blend between the Ginga and the Europeanist style that'll help them win.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a problem, yo. And Neymar's what 30? What, he's 31 now?
Mm-hmm.
Not a young man anymore. He's
having his best year too. I mean, like just
He's
performance and confidence. Like he's dialed in.
dialed in. He's dialing in. And I think before he does, I think he wants the Golden Boot and that trophy since he didn't win a Ballon d'Or. He never won a Ballon d'Or. He never won Champions League. I don't think he's won Champions League with PSG. So I think he's hungry to win something. And I think that's what it is, the World Cup. And it's in November. He's right. Preseason, training, season getting warmed up. Then you're just jumping into the World Cup. Woo! It's gonna be crazy. I feel
You're
bad.
right, yo. I never thought about it that way too.
Yeah, no, it's
Seeing
gonna
that
be
peak, yeah.
Yeah, that peak is hitting for a lot of players. I feel bad. The person I really feel bad for is Erling Haaland because he can't go.
Yeah.
But I feel bad.
Which might end up being like, because you know what happens, like people go and then come back and it's a whole nother energy. You know what I mean? Like the second half of a lot of seasons after the World Cup, or the season after the World Cup, like people come into their own. So it may actually be a dramatic stop to Haaland's, to Haaland's like getting busy. Yeah.
Next month, yo.
I don't know.
Okay, here's
what's your pick?
Yeah. So for the World Cup, right? Who wins? PSG.
You said PSG. Brazilian. Yeah.
PSG wins the World Cup. Not just Brazilians. PSG wins the World Cup. Like PSG wins the World Cup. You got Argentina, you got France, you got Brazil. You know what I mean? Like, so somebody's
I get it.
You know what I mean? Like,
big
what?
country, for real, man.
No. Okay, so
I get what you're saying.
Because those are my three teams as well. Like the three teams. Now, the team obviously I want the African team to win. Now I don't know how realistic, but if I could make it, I would make Senegal my
your pick.
My pick. But Brazil, Brazil has a special place in my heart when it comes to the game. So it is what it is. Okay. When it comes to, you said the U.S.
How will the U.S. do? Yeah.
I want the U.S. to make it out of the group. That's what I want. The thing is, what I want, what I think would be great if the U.S. beat England. I think that would be dope.
Happened twice, man.
Yeah. So I think it can happen.
It happened recently, right?
Yeah, 2010 World Cup, they beat England.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I think it can happen. I think that's what I'm saying. I think England can mess around, and the same thing we're saying with the U.S. England can mess around and not play some of the ballers, or have too restrictive of a playing style, and out of that group, you end up having Wales and the U.S. Come out.
Yeah, that's a tough group to kind of think about it, yo.
Yeah.
When I mean tough, it's like you never know what can happen.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's one of those groups. It's not the
card
death or whatever it is. It's just like who knows. But yeah, man, it's just unfortunate. It's like there's a lot of talent, and the U.S. represents a lot of great things when it comes to exactly what the game is about. So
socialism.
Yeah.
I think like
cultures and all that stuff, and they don't play all during on the field. So like we talk about why U.S. men's national team don't win, right? And you compare it to Brazil or Italy, they have these. We talk about this all the time too. They have these identities in the way they play and develop players, right?
Mm-hmm.
America's got so many cultures and they've chosen. I'm saying they've chosen to pick the worst part of the culture to make the soccer identity, right? The size, speed, athleticism. We work really, really, really hard, right? And then the whole time they're learning in the hard way. You don't work no harder than anybody in this world. Yep. You know what I mean? And the size and speed is not going to help you in this instance because you're going up against another country that's picking elite players and elite athletes. These aren't like your average athletes in the other countries. These are high-level athletes too. The sport in itself has pushed itself to a point where, like, yeah, you're not playing unless you're a high level athlete.
Yeah.
You got, you know what I mean? Like, so how are you going to hard work these guys? You have to be tactically smart. You have to be smart here. And you pick the coach and the system, and you've given yourself an identity overall that does not promote players that are going to challenge for that trophy. So, yeah, I think they're going home immediately. Without, like, they better not pack their bags, boy. They going smooth home. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Oh, man. No mercy.
He's a hater. He's a hater.
What's your boy that Zach Steffen? These guys really have, like, they're really top class players. They really deserve better. You know what I mean? Tyler Adams deserves better out of these. Pulisic deserves better, and it's unfortunate that it's gonna be that thing because it shouldn't be them as the stars of the team. They're supposed to be like two other guys. They're like, yo, that guy can't be beaten. This guy cannot be stopped. That help make this group dynamic, but they're literally leaving those guys home. They're leaving home.
Who would you add to the U.S. team?
Oh, besides PFOC at the moment, you guys are gonna judge me, but I would add Joe Jao. I would add him. I would add there's a brother playing in Norway. I forget his name because he's been out the mix so long that he's been out the mix, but skillful winger. I would add players that are like hard to mark with speed up top to play the system that he's trying to play because Giovanni Reina and Pulisic as inverted forwards are not going to scare anybody. Attacking midfielders or, you know what I mean? They're going to attack midfield. Or you can start it with the inverted forwards and then when it doesn't work, you switch to some out and out dynamic wingers. But those two players are better than Areola. Better.
So you and Areola.
I know, right? This guy did something too.
I don't. It's just like a lot of people that like their YouTube page is dedicated to U.S. men's national team that literally like don't understand why he has so many caps. Like he got like 50 caps. It's getting crazy, bro, and it doesn't make sense. We're like Joe Jao, who every time he's played for the U.S. men's national team has shown that like okay, he's a menace. He's a problem. He's got the tangibles, the intangibles. Other teams are going to be concerned about.
Yeah,
that's what I would look for. If you're going to add anybody to teams, Daryl GK got to go because you got to mark him.
Yeah,
but nobody really wants to mark that guy. He's the epitome of a big, strong center forward.
Lukaku, yeah, you're right. I agree on that one. Yeah,
they're going to try to take Pepe because he needs a chance. You got to let him grow. I'm like, how y'all always pick to develop players that have no opportunity, no chance and ever being world beaters? But literally, I never get developed. It doesn't make sense. They are patient with some average players, but the dogs that like, yo, if you take that same interest in this player, you're gonna be the best country for 10 years running. They ignore that person all the time. I can't.
Is Tim's on the team?
Tim Ware?
Yeah,
he's gonna be on the plane,
but he's not playing.
What you mean?
Has he played?
Yeah, he's been playing.
Hurt right now.
Yeah, he got hurt. Yeah, he's been playing.
He'll be ready.
No, I mean, on the national team, I haven't seen him.
He's one of the reasons why they qualify.
I know. Yeah. I'm talking about now. Like I haven't seen him recently.
The last 2 months he didn't play because he's hurt, but he's gonna be on the plane because out of all the options, he's one of the best. But it's not him. I'd rather see him play the number 9 than whoever else they about to pick. It's not just they really look at players like Pulisic and don't realize like, all right, Pulisic was good when the striker was good and the other winger was so good that you couldn't double team him. And I said, like, other countries really focused on him in the CONCACAF to shut him down because they realized they made him Captain America. If you stop him, you stop the whole team, right? That's crazy. Other countries like Spain, they're going to have people focusing on stopping Busquets because he's going to be he generates a tempo. They're going to have a striker that has to shut down Eric Garcia because he's really good with his feet. You see all these defensive options other teams are going to come up with that they're only going to focus on Pulisic for USA. Like, nah, you're not getting out the group. Saudi Arabia has nothing else to do. Saudi Arabia has nothing else to do for the next 2 weeks. You feel me? Wales and England, this is what they do over there. They study teams and shutting down and ball. You know what USA is going to do? They're going to look at their game plan and go back to the drawing board and figure. They're not even trying to figure out how to stop Iran. They're not even trying to figure out how to stop Iran or Wales. Yeah. They're not figuring that out. They're not even looking at it that way. They don't know who's the second best player on Wales' team is. They're gonna pick one. There's not gonna be the actual one. You feel
oh, they're just gonna be like
randomly the option. They're not really gonna see what's picking apart. That's why Japan was tearing them up, bro. They think it's literally like whoever's on the ball is a threat, bro. That person on the third man run, that's the threat.
Yeah.
Saying these type of things, these are the conversations Bro Hall just having with his staff. They're all talking about how can we get Landon Donovan out of retirement or this.
I heard that too. I heard that.
Bradley on the team. That's what they're looking for, bro. They're looking for better.
I heard that.
They're not having these conversations in English. They're talking about how do we get Josie Altidore back in the mix. Do we need him? What do you think? Do we need him? He's been consistent for the last 15 years on the U.S. national team. Oh gosh, like they're having striker problems and they're about to go back to Yassi Zardes. Daryl DK sitting right there, look like a beast that everybody wants.
So what is the issue? You really think it has to be? Okay, Keith, here's the thing. Greg knows that. I want to say if he gets kicked out in the first round, right, he's gonna get fired, right? And so you think he's
his brother's like his brother in the federation?
Yeah, but still,
off nepotism.
Yeah, but still, the pressure is gonna be crazy.
From who? We not even pressing them.
No, I'm not saying it's.
I'm the only one on his neck. Everybody else I talk to is like giving him the benefit of the doubt, or they'll blame the players. I'm the only one like, nah, he's average. I'm the only one going.
No one's saying he's not average, right?
Mike,
but what I'm saying is,
England wants Southgate out. They're talking so bad about him across the press. The press doesn't even.
I think this is this. I mean, I don't follow, but I want to say it's the same here, right?
Southgate's got death threats headed to his house right now.
But it's a culture. Like, you know what I mean? Like the culture there, if you don't finish in the top 4, you're a loser. You know what I mean? Like if you're not, like Chelsea, Arsenal, like all these, you've lost the entire season if you don't finish in the top 4. You're getting fired. You saw what we just did to Chelsea, right? You lose one Champions League game, yeah. So anyway, but no, what I'm saying with my point is, right? Do you honestly think that Greg is sabotaging his own success, knowing that there are better options?
Yeah, because we're talking about ignorance.
So he doesn't know then.
He doesn't know that he's sabotaging his own success, but the rest of us are watching it. It's the same thing with Deschamps and Southgate. They don't know that they're undermining the success of their World Cup runs. But we see it. When you start picking Giroud, right? Benzema's hurt. Giroud's your next best striker. When you got 3 teams, I see it. You got Saint Maximin. You could put Mbappe at the 9, throw Dembele or Coman up there with these guys. You have options. You went to Giroud, who's never ever just led y'all through. You know what I mean? It's just not a good replacement for Benzema at this time. You got Southgate, who leaves out Sancho but takes Grealish. As a Man City fan, Grealish has only one assist this season. Sancho has 3 and 5 goals, something like that.
Okay, but here's the thing. I hear you. I mean, I know where you're going, right? A lot of it has to do with the coach's style of play.
Yeah.
Well, their style of play is going to get them set to play. I mean, you can break it down every way you want to. I'm watching the reasons they're going home. France won that last World Cup in spite of Deschamps. It's not going to happen this time. It's not going to happen this time. They should have won that World Cup 6-0 every game. But he decided he was going to play Blaise Matuidi and for a defensive cover.
That was a baller, man. You're talking about Matuidi like that.
Bro. You and my dad can have them all you want to. I don't understand how we went to World Cup with France and it wasn't Dembele, Coman, Mbappe, and these guys running around. I don't need to see with Pogba and Conte. That's enough defense. I don't need to see no more defense on France. They don't even need to play with 4 in the back. I don't need to see Lucas Hernandez as a left back and Pavard as a right back, even though he just scored a banger. I'm trying to see that 3-5-2 they was doing and gave that one European team 8. I'm trying to see that. Coleman is playing right wing back. Yeah. The other Hernandez playing left wing back. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see that. I'm trying to see Benzema, Mbappe, Griezmann mixing up. Conte don't need no help. It's Conte. You know what I'm saying? And if he's not available, Tchouameni has stepped up. How in the world do you lose Benzema, then all of a sudden you playing 4-4-2 again, something like that? Nah, man, I don't want to see that. And their style of play is be the downfall. They need to start doing what people want to see is put the ballers on the field and let them ball. Ronaldinho, and Rivaldo made it work.
Man, that's a squad.
Right, 2002, Brazil. They made it.
That's a oof.
They brought home the gold, and nobody. Literally, they changed the landscape for soccer. Literally, the way people play defense changed. It went from I'm going to mark this person in front of me to like, yo, we need to shut down 3 people at the same time.
Do you guys know that World Cup? That's when the fullbacks are attacking more. You guys remember Macron?
Mm-hmm.
That's the first time I see a fullback just running like this.
Zoom, zoom, I know zoom, that zoom. Started. That's Cafu.
It wasn't my next World Cup, and
but I'm saying that started in really in '94
with Cafu.
Yeah.
Nah, but
that time I was young now.
But the thing is, his young. That 2002 World Cup established that wingbacks was a thing. Because after that, who else had a great World Cup that year? Ashley Cole, and he was killing Arsenal. Everybody's like, "Yo, you know what? Laurent was having the craziest." Like that's when people was like, "All right, attacking backs was the thing." Yeah. But, bro, if they had done that, nah, man, I don't want to see no more 3-man defensive midfields.
I don't even want to do my pick after Keith said it all. I think
who's your pick?
My pick would be tough.
Belgium.
I'll go for Ghana all day, but the way Brazil did it, there's levels to this. It's level, man. I'm going with Brazil too, but I think Belgium might have a chance. But I'm going with Brazil. All right, if Belgium win that picture, right? But I think the U.S. they're gonna do really good. But they're not gonna make it out of the group. I think they'll do good. It's gonna be challenging, but they're not gonna make it. I agree with you, Keith. I think because people are really downplaying that group just because of the team that's in it. But if you look at Iran, I mean, the couple of World Cup, they actually been doing good. You know,
there's squads out there.
Football nation.
There's levels.
So it's not gonna be a walkthrough. You know, so we gotta be very careful. I think they will do well. They'll work hard. It's going to be a fun World Cup, but they're not going to get out of the group.